मैडम
कर दी
ये इधर से आज दिनांक 15 मार्च 2021 यूजीसी एचआरडीसी सेंटर पुणे यूनिवर्सिटी पुणे और भुसावल कला विज्ञान व पुवनहाटा वाणिज्य महाविद्यालय भुसावल इनके संयुक्त आयोजन से 1 वीक ऑनलाइन फैकल्टी डेवलपमेंट प्रोग्राम ऑन आईसीटी टूल्स फॉर इफेक्टिव टीचिंग लर्निंग इस विषय पर आयोजन किया है। आज के दूसरे सेशन में नांदेड़ विद्यापीठ के प्रोफेसर डॉक्टर बी सुरेंद्रनाथ रेड्डी सर ये टूल्स ऑफ टीचिंग लर्निंग, व्हाइट बोर्ड्स, स्मार्ट स्क्रीन्स एंड वीडियो कॉन्फ्रेंसिंग इस विषय पर मार्गदर्शन करेंगे। डॉक्टर रेड्डी सर स्वामी रामानंद तीर्थ मराठवाड़ा विद्यापीठ में 2011 से गणित विषय के अध्यापक है। इनके 24 से अधिक रिसर्च पेपर नेशनल और इंटरनेशनल जर्नल में पब्लिश हुए हैं। वे गणित विषय के संशोधन मार्गदर्शक है। उनके 2 एमफिल और 3 पीएचडी स्टूडेंट डिग्री अवार्ड ले चुके हैं। इसके अलावा उन्होंने 30 से अधिक नेट सेट कोचिंग पे लेक्चर दिए हैं। माइनर प्रोजेक्ट उन्होंने लिया है और खुद का उनका डॉक्टर बी सुरेंद्रनाथ रेड्डी यूट्यूब चैनल है और इसके लाखों तादाद में सब्सक्राइबर भी है उनके। उन्होंने अब तक 3 एफडीपी कोर्सेस आईसीटी पे ऑर्गेनाइज किए हैं, जिसमें मुझे कहने को बहुत आनंद होता है कि जिसमें उन्होंने 17,000 से अधिक टीचर को टीचिंग किया है। ऐसा ये महनीय व्यक्तिमत्व आज अपने साथ है। अब मैं ज़्यादा वक्त न लेते हुए डॉक्टर रेड्डी सर से विनती करता हूं कि वह सेशन शुरू करें। डॉक्टर बी सुरेंद्रनाथ रेड्डी, स्वामी रामानंद मराठवाड़ा विद्यापीठ, नांदेड़। थैंक यू। मैडम हाँ
या बढ़िया
हाँ
सर या सर यू कैन अनम्यूट यू कैन नॉट अनम्यूट अरे जस्ट अ मिनट ही वाज द co-host right
एक मिनट मैडम
उनको co-host बनाओ
Yeah, now I can able to speak, but please make me co-host so that I can share screen and all.
शेयर करो सर स्क्रीन आप। हेलो
हाँ yes.
प्लीज शेयर करो सर आपकी स्क्रीन।
Okay. Thank Rashmi Sharma madam for inviting me to deliver a talk in this 1 week faculty development program. I see all the participants, whether all are active or not, because usually I ask some questions in between. If there is no problem, you can put your video on so that there will be some discipline type of thing. People can sit and try to ask or reply in that chat box. Our participants, if I ask something, if I say yes, then you just click on yes button from participants and no, so that I can understand. Can you make me co-host so that I can see other things from here? Praful, just can you make me co-host for? Yeah, thank you. Yes. Okay. So my talk is, as madam suggested, it is about smart boards or digital boards. or you can call it whiteboards, then different live conferencing tools which are useful for teaching, learning. Okay. So first, let me ask a simple one. How many of you are using OneNote or Journal++? So whoever using OneNote, Journal++, or any other digital note taking, you can call it whiteboard. You all can say just yes in your chat box or in participants list. Suppose you can just click yes. I repeat again, whoever using a digital board, whiteboard when you are taking online lecture, then say yes if you are using something like OneNote or Journal++ or whiteboard from Microsoft. Not even one responding. So whether you are all there or not. Huh? This is a faculty development program. It is not just one way. One replied not using. At least you should have some responses, right? Whiteboard of Zoom. Use Excel. I don't understand what is meant by use Excel. You explain or you write something on that Excel sheet. No idea to use. Okay. Be interactive. At least when you click on participants, that tab, in that participants, you have option for giving yes or no. So there is only one yes and two no. So what about remaining people? Only 3 votes have come. If you don't respond, then I may not able to continue. Few people from chat, they are saying no. Okay, at least not using OneNote, fine. Hello. Sorry, sir, I was disconnected because of this technical problem. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Hello?
Yes, sir.
Yes. So I was disconnected because of internet connectivity.
Okay, no problem.
Okay. So all the participants, please, you are all teachers, you are all experienced one. Just make this interaction, especially online lectures, feel bored because of no response. That is the main problem. So let me just quickly say it again. You click on the participants tab and you say yes or no. Okay. So out of 32, I will count as 29. I should get 29 responses, either yes or no. Okay. So what is question? Whether you are using OneNote or not, Microsoft OneNote or not for your online teaching. That is the question. or say yes if you are using, say no, you click on no, you don't need to type anything, just click on participants, then you have, and below yes, no, go slow, go faster, like that, just click on yes and click on no. Don't type it in chat, so that we if you share your feedback from participants tab, we'll count number easily. So click on participants, then below you will see yes, no button. If you are not using, click on no. You are using yes, then click on yes. Only 3 people have clicked. That means you are, whether you are using Zoom properly or not. Huh? This is one of the best feature. One should use it in Zoom. Don't please don't reply in chat at present. Click on from participants tab. You click on participants. Once you click on participants, you will see below yes, no option. If you are using yes, click on yes. If you are not using no, you click on no. If you are not responding, I will ask you to put everyone mic video on. For what purpose we have joined, you should understand. This is the first lecture of this FDP. If you are not enough active, or you are working some other and just joined here, that is not the purpose. Some 2 people yes, 2 people, 3 people no. Definitely it seems that many people are not active on this Zoom meeting. Organizers can make a note of it and try to make participants more active in lecture. Being a teacher, I usually expect students' participation more. Whether you are all online or not, now we want to start our lecture or not. Just click on participants. There you will see yes or no button. You click yes or no. Don't type anything on chat. Oh, you can't see yes or no option? Because some people are able to see it. If yes or no, that means you click on participants, yes, no option, go slower, go fast. Yeah, I'll start lecture, but for that I need response from participants, right? Only so far 7 people have responded out of 29. Okay. So whoever attending only for the purpose of some certificate or something, please change your mind and at least learn. Okay. Fine. As usual, whatever we tell, people don't respond. That is the thing we usually see in any online meetings. Today, what I will be explaining, it is one of the best tool is available, and it is completely free, and it is like a boon for teachers to take not only online lectures, even in physical classroom also we can use this OneNote software. Okay, that I will be demonstrating first thing. Then second one, what are all different video conferences we can use it for our online teaching learning purpose. Okay, so many maybe already start using Zoom. What are all different things are there, we will discuss. And the third one, the most important thing, which even though whether it is part of my talk or not, I will show you quickly which way or what are all tools I use for my video online lectures. So whatever softwares I use, I will try to show you all how you can make yourself also such videos. Okay, fine. So let me join from my mobile also so that I can see how things are going on. So please, once again, I request everyone be active. If you are not understanding something, you can stop me anytime and ask. Okay, this is not a something called lecture. It is a demonstration, so anyone can easily follow it. So let me share the screen. Yeah. So just go to OneNote. Whoever want to download, it works for Windows 7 or Windows 10. For Windows 10, it is already pre-installed one. And whoever using Windows 7 on your computer, you can start downloading for Windows 7. I can share you the link. You can, to use this OneNote, what you require is you have to log in. Okay, that means you have to sign in. It is completely free. You can log in. So I'll show you first how you can have a Microsoft account so that you can log in. Whoever having Microsoft account, you can, if it is a college or university institute ID, you can log in with that. Otherwise, just go to Microsoft login. Okay. So here you can see that it says sign in or create. So just click on sign in or create. It is very, very useful. Microsoft account, just like how you have a Gmail account, always try to have your Microsoft account. It is very, very useful. You can use Microsoft Teams. You can use Microsoft OneNote. I can say Microsoft OneNote is the best which I have seen so far, and I am using regularly in my teaching. It is the very, 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 very handy tool. So to use that one, what you require is just a free account. Anyone can create a free account. If you are already having a school or college or university account by Microsoft, you will have more features. Okay, if you don't have, no need to worry. You can create a free account. So simply click, if you have sign in it, otherwise create a Microsoft account. So if you click on Microsoft account, it asks very basic things. Create account. Okay, get new email address. So if you click on this get new email address, here outlook.com or Hotmail is there. You can select anyone. So suppose you select Outlook. Okay, this, as I said, this Microsoft account is very, very useful in many ways. So at least everyone have one account. It is completely free. Suppose you just type something, demo account, whatever, if at all it is exist, then it says it is already there. So I'll put something. Okay, so it is there. Then you just create a password. Okay, temporarily I am using some password. Then click on next, and it asks very basic things, and within few seconds you can create your account. It is not at all a problem. Okay, so if you want, you can just click your give your name or something, and you are done. This much easy to create an account, Microsoft account. It is not at all difficult one, right? Once you create your Microsoft account, then you can sign into Microsoft OneNote. Remember, OneNote, you can use it as a web browser. From web browser, you can use it. From you can download and you can start using offline also. Microsoft OneNote, it is there already pre-installed in Windows 10. Suppose you go to search bar from your desktop version. Okay, then click on OneNote. Okay, if you just start typing OneNote, then it will show you. You can find easily OneNote on this. And if whoever using Windows 7, then you just type and your you can just type OneNote for Windows 7. Okay, then you can see here OneNote download. So you can download this OneNote and it is completely free. You can download this OneNote 2016 and you can install it. Okay, it is not at all a problem. It is a exe file, so one can easily use it. It's not at all a problem. Okay, then after installing it, I'll open that OneNote and I will show you. Okay, how and what are all different features are there. We'll show those things. Okay, so let me share my screen. Why am I this? In Zoom, yeah, I hope you can see my this OneNote screen, right? Can somebody say yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes, okay, thank you. So now, what is the beauty of this one is here, if you click on this, for example, this, it is of OneNote is actually divided into like 3 parts. One is here, what you have here is different notebooks. So you can call it one notebook in the sense like you are teaching one subject, particular subject. So you can have different notebooks. You can click on more notebooks and you can have n number of notebooks. There is no restriction having different notebooks. For example, here last semester I taught to my students lattice theory. Okay, so whenever I want to access, I can access that. Otherwise, I can, this semester I am teaching real analysis. I can click on that, I can have it. Okay, so first thing is you can have n number of notebooks. Then the second thing is once you select your notebook, then what you have here is these things are called sections. So you can understand sections in our unit wise. So these are all different. For example, you can see under this lattice theory, what we have here is introduction to lattice, distributive, modular, and so on. Okay, so these are called sections. We can understand sections just like units. So you can organize our lectures in the form of units or sections. Okay, so what I did was we have 4 units, so unit wise I have arranged it. Okay, they are sections. Now each section, then once you come here, okay, so this for example here, this is my first section, you can call it first unit. After that, what you have here is lecture 1, lecture 2, lecture 3, lecture 4, and so on. They are called pages. So we can understand here our pages like it is not just single page. Here page means it is an infinite scrollable. However, how much we want to write, we can write that much. So page we can understand, or we can better way to use page is if you are taking 1 hour lecture or 1.5 hour lecture, create 1 page for that lecture. So for example, here you can see lecture 1, I have created as 1 page, lecture 2, lecture 3, lecture 4, and so on. And all are accessible at one place. Whichever you want to, for example, right now you are taking 10th lecture. While explaining 10th lecture, we want to show something which was already discussed, say in lecture 2 or lecture 3. In physical classroom, it is not at all possible. You have to recall it or we have to write it again so that students will understand. But whereas suppose I want to say we have discussed something about lattice in lecture 3, and if I want to quickly show the definition, I can show it, right? So this is the very useful thing about this OneNote, which I have not find in many. There are so many digital boards are available, whiteboards are available, but everything you can keep it on at one place. Whenever we want to go and show something, you can click here and you can change anything whichever is already available, you can show it. Okay, and you can also search things, you can tag things whenever you want, you can do it. So this is a quick introduction about what things are available in any time. If you want, you can add. So for example, whenever I want to prepare something before my lecture, I usually keep as some quick notes. Then I'll prepare. Obviously, once as a teacher is there, we have to prepare before going to our lecture. So I just quickly write something here. Okay, so I am not at all using any pen and paper for preparing my lecture. Whatever I want to prepare, I'll write here. Then once I am done, if I want to add one more page, you can click here. Click, you will get, if you want, you can give a title, demo on OneNote. Okay. It also shows date and time when we have recorded this lecture or when we have taken these notes. Then you can start writing things. Okay. Then second thing is, after taking these notes, I'll tell you how we can collect and write notes and all, and how, what are all different features are available. But before that, suppose you have taken a notes, you can share with your students. How I can show? You can directly press Control P. The moment you press Control P, then you can see here, you can save it as a PDF file. If it is already connected to some printer, you can select it on Adobe PDF Converter, Adobe OneNote, anything you can use it. Okay. There is some Do PDF also. If you install Do PDF, your print quality is somewhat better than Microsoft Print to PDF something. Whenever I want to take printout of this PDF file, then I use Do PDF. You can also install it. It's completely free. Okay. Fine. So everything is available here. For example, let me say, suppose this much is there, lecture 19, whatever I have written here, this entire thing, you can see it is infinitely scrollable. If you keep scrolling, it will keep on going. So it is just not single page, so that you have to go to next page, next page, next page. Whoever used Journal Plus or any other white type of board, manually we have to go to page next again and again. But here you don't need to bother about any such thing. You can keep on writing, explaining such things. It will be for one lecture, one page is more than sufficient, and it is well properly organized. Okay, fine. Then you may wonder how we can do these things. We can write these things. So for that, what you require is, you require something called a pen tablet. I'll give the link. No matter whether you are a poet, whether you are a mathematician, physicist, even physical director, a sports person, I suggest you to buy one pen tablet, because this is going to make teachers' job very easy and more interesting. That much I can tell. So it costs around 6,000 rupees or 5,000 also one can get. If you have this pen tablet, so which I can show it again here. For example, this is the pen, and here what you have here is a 8-inch, just like a small iPad like that. It is very slim and so. So if you have these two things, then you don't require any other thing to take your lecture far better. That much definitely I can tell. So because I am a mathematics teacher, I want to write many things. Okay. You may think that I don't need to write many things, but even you may want to highlight something, you want to tick something, you want to write few sentences. So writing with mouse is little difficult. Okay. So for that time, you can have a small pen tablet. Once you have a pen tablet, or even if you don't have pen tablet, still you can have better lectures using this OneNote. That I will show you now. Okay, so let me go to this quick notes. So yeah, what I am going to show now is, after open this, when we want to take our online lecture, most of the time you might have prepared a PPT. Okay, so you can insert that PPT here, and on that PPT you can start explaining. You will have a lot of space available here also. Whenever you want to underline something or just write few short sentences, little more explanation, this is one of the best. Even if you use Journal++, once you share that or insert that PDF file, there won't be much space is available. But in this OneNote, vertically also we can go infinite, horizontally also we can go infinite. That means infinitely scrollable is available. Whatever you want to write, you can write it on that, right? So first thing what I will show is basically you assume that we have one PPT or PDF file. You can insert a PPT, you can insert a PDF file, we can insert an image also. So what are the features available? We just go through that. So you can click insert. So you can see that you can insert a table, you can insert a file, printout, picture, or any web URL. Okay, all those things. So usually most of the time, if we click on printout, any PDF file is there, PPT is there, that also you can insert here. So click on this printout. Once we click on this printout, for example, I am taking my lectures. So let me just for reference purpose only. So I'll just click on this PDF file. So my lectures notes I have prepared. Then I am trying to insert it. Yeah. Now you can see that this PDF file has been inserted here. Okay. Then here you see there is a lot of space available here. Okay, there is a lot of space is available here. If at all you want to explain something, you want to right now at present I will try to highlight something or write something with mouse, and I will show you later with pen. For example, I want to write something. Then where we want to go? So far what we did, we have gone to this insert tab. Then we have inserted our file as a printout. If you have a PPT, that also we can insert. It will insert here as just like images type. You can start writing above that also. So how we can start explaining or writing something? For that, you go to this draw option. You click on this draw. Once we click on this draw option, then okay. So here you can see that number of different pens are available. Different size pens will be available. You have an eraser. These are all different type of pens. And what you have in this yellow color is called highlighter. Of course, you can have different colors. If you just click on this, you can see that you have different colors, highlighters. Usually we use yellow or some pink color. Any color you can use for highlight. Okay. And you have different combination of color pens also. And if you have click on any pen, you can, if you just click on this, for example, you can see that different sizes are available. You can select how much pin size you require. Okay, fine. Now, for example, I'll select this and I will say we are going to learn today this metric spaces, because see, I am trying to highlight with my mouse, so I am not able to do it properly, right? So suppose even however you highlight it, it is not going to be that much straight line because of mouse, right? And if I want to write it something, I'll write here. So say for example, if I want to write here, so what is meant by metric space? I'm trying to write with my mouse, so you can see that how much difficult when we want to write with my mouse. Okay, is 0 if and only if. Don't bore with maths, but it is just for demonstration. Okay. Somehow you can able to manage it if you want to write very little bit in your subject. It depends on your subject how much you want to write it or how much you want to explain other than what is written on that PPT. Okay, right? Now, as for example, now if I connect it with pen drive, with this tablet, then you can see that how much fast one can write it. It will be more feasible. You can save lot of time. Now I have connected my pen tablet. So you can see that now I can able to write. So something, for example, how much fast I can write. I can write faster than the blackboard or green board. That much you can see it. Okay, if I say d of x comma y is greater than or equal to 0 and so on, right? Okay, so that is the best thing which I usually suggest to any teacher is buy one pen tablet and start using this OneNote. You don't require anything, and of course you use OBS that I can show you later. If you have OBS, if you have OneNote, and if you have this pen tablet, you can prepare the lectures what you see in SWAYAM, NPTEL, or even international standards. Of course, we should be strong or good at our subject. Then you can prepare the beautiful things. You don't require any other things. And even after this offline mode, this online mode, if you go to your physical classroom, still you can connect your projector. You can start explaining to students using this OneNote so that your digital notes will be prepared. Now, last semester, whatever subjects I have prepared, that notes is already available. I can share with my students. I have recorded all my lectures using this. So whenever they have doubt, they can go back here and there, they can watch it. Okay. These many features are available in this OneNote. If you can see here, there is also option called math and ink to space shapes. If you click on these shapes, you can, basic shapes are there, you can put it, and graphs are there, you can put it, 3-dimensional, 2-dimensional thing, basic shapes which are available. Or if you want to insert any image and want to explain that, you just go to insert, click on this pictures, then find some picture. For example, I would just want to put some picture here. Wherever you want, you can put that picture, and you can start exploring about that picture. It is not at all a problem. Okay. Similarly, you can insert even online video lecture. You can, for example, some YouTube video you want to share with your students, or somewhere some video, you can insert using this online video. Okay. Fine. Then here equation is there, math is there. This math may not be available in free version, but because we have our university account, it is available with all features about this math. If you click on this math, whatever you see here is write your equation in ink. Then just let me write here. Just a second. Yes. Sir, lecture में बाद में. Yeah. So for example, here if I start writing something like x square, okay, minus 2x plus 3 is equal to 0, and if I click on this, and if you click this select equation, you can here you can see that this x square plus 4x plus 3. So whatever I have written here, that it, if you don't write properly, it might have understood wrongly, but it will come here. Then it can also solve the problems for you. We can draw the graph. We can see step by step also using that artificial intelligence. This can able to solve at least some basic problems, most of the things. Okay, so this math note, the OneNote is very, very useful if you want to solve some problems, basic problems, and if you want to draw some graph, here itself you can draw the graph and you can able to show the students, and you can share it, save it as it is in that thing. Okay, so these are the some of the useful things which are available, and you can collaborate this also. For example, on the top right corner, if you see here, there is a share button is available. Once we click on this share button, okay, maybe because my internet is disconnected, this Zoom disconnects everything other than Zoom. Okay, so if you click on this share, you can share with anyone, either just to view or just to edit. They can also edit if necessary. Okay, this is one of the beautiful thing which I have come across. Any questions regarding this OneNote, please let me know so that I can go further. You have any doubts or any questions, queries you want to ask regarding this OneNote? At least yes or no you should tell, right? Again, whether OneNote you can, and OneNote you can use it from your mobile also. It is synchronized with all the devices, whether you use laptop, whether you use desktop, whether you use your mobile. Once you log in with your account, for example, if I log in my account from my mobile, whatever notebooks are available, I can access directly from my mobile also. So OneNote has mobile application also, which is very, very interesting thing. So if you write something from your mobile, you can access directly because of synchronization. Everything is stored from mobile as well as from desktop or laptop. Okay, so anytime you don't need to carry any type of file. Entire your lectures you can carry from your mobile itself using this OneNote app. OneNote app has some extra advantage. You can have some stickers, some important information you can put it there. Okay, yes. What is pen tablet? Can you show it? Okay, so this pen tablet is very, very useful in this digital era. Earlier, at least few years back, only painters or artists, they used to have these pen tablets just to draw something and their visualization. Okay, so for example, if you go to Amazon and just type pen tablet, yeah. Mainly there are two, usually I suggest. One is by Wacom pen tablet, the other one is XP pen tablet. This is a little small size. Whenever you want to purchase, at least purchase 5x8 size, okay, so that you can start writing. For example, this is one right now I am having. You can see here, this is the pen tablet where you can start writing in this area. Okay, this much area you can start writing. It is very, very convenient. Within few days you will start writing very fast. Around 6,650 you will get it. And there is also XP pen tablet, which is also good. Many people have given their feedbacks. XP pen tablet, it costs around 5,000 rupees, something like that. Okay, yeah, I think this one. So around 5,400 rupees you will get. This is also 10x6 size. It is also very, very useful if you have kids and all. They can also start practicing drawing something. So it is multi-purpose, not just for your online teaching. So definitely one can have this for your personal purpose. Okay, so this is the pen. You can see how it look like, and this XP has somewhat better. For example, you can connect this pen tablet to mobile and you can start taking lecture. You don't require your laptop or desktop to take lecture. Okay, that means, I repeat again, some XP pen tablets supports mobile. That means that USB cable, if you try to connect to your mobile, it will activate. Okay, so from your mobile you open your OneNote and on this pen tablet you start writing. See, pen tablet is 10-inch. Okay, and mobile you cannot write so much on mobile. So OneNote and pen tablet you can synchronize and connect, and you can start taking lectures from your mobile itself in best possible way. Wacom may not support. I think this XP supports this. If you have a USB cable, port C or port B, whatever, you connect it, you can start writing everything on this pen tablet. It will be synchronized on OneNote. Okay, it is one of the best thing. Again and again I tell you, take such things, your lectures will be more and your students actually start liking. Many people say online may not be that much interesting. I can show some of my videos on YouTube, how I have prepared my entire lectures. We can make our lectures more interesting and more worth actually. Okay, yes. This pen tablet link I will give, don't worry, so that you can find the better one. which recently also I share with my, because there will be many different configurations. You can, best way is don't buy small one, at least buy 8-inch or 10-inch, so that it will be very, very useful. You don't need to see whether you are going outside the margin or not. Okay. So recently I have shared with my friend, I'll just put it in chat box so that whoever interested then you can access it. Okay. This is one, and the other one. Yeah. Anyone you can buy, depending on price and depending on some. But if you want to use it from mobile, I suggest you to buy XP pen tablet, not Wacom pen tablet, because Wacom pen tablet doesn't support in maximum mobiles. Okay. But whereas XP, I hope you understood what I am saying. That is very, very useful thing. You have everyone nowadays have smartphone. So you just connect your smartphone to your pen tablet through that USB cable. That's all. You open your OneNote or Journal++. OneNote supports in mobile, so you can obviously use it OneNote. If you are not able to use this, you don't have laptop, you don't have desktop right now, you want to take lecture where you are sitting. If you have pen tablet and mobile, you can start taking using this OneNote help. Okay, fine. Then the second one, which I want to, whether OneNote you want any question to be asked about OneNote, I have prepared a dedicated complete tutorial about this OneNote. You can go and watch my YouTube, because we have prepared more than 40+ videos on ICT tools for teaching learning, especially for teachers. My son has added some more things. Yeah, you can see around 39 videos we have for ICT tools. I'll just share this one. Here we have explained each and everything about, in particular, we have also explained about OneNote also. So you can go and watch whoever having problem, because in this 1 hour, it is not at all difficult to, it is not at all possible to explain everything. Okay. I'll give the link of my channel so that you can, there is no restriction, everything is free, you can watch it, you can learn. Now the second thing which I want to show, I don't think so whether anyone required how to use Zoom, whether anyone required how to use Zoom. Huh? Say yes or no, whether everybody know about how to use Zoom. Yes or no, whether you can, because that no point of discussing about the features of Zoom. What else I can tell you is, in a free version of Zoom, what we all have is the 40 minutes free time. Okay, and colleges and all, usually the regular lecture time is 40 minutes or 40 to 50 minutes. Time to join students and all, usually it takes 10-15, at least 5 to 10 minutes. Okay, so hardly you will get 30 minutes to take in that. Then after that you have to disconnect or give again link, and they will have to join again and again. So instead of that, in a free version, if you want to use it, one is this Microsoft Teams. Microsoft Teams for video conferencing. This is the best and more secure. You can, if you don't have, your college can approach Microsoft. They will give you, for college and schools, institutions, free access account. There is something called Microsoft A1 plan that I can show you. Just a second. Let me share my screen. So there is a something called Microsoft A1 plan, Office 365 A1, which is free. One anyone, college, school, university, anyone can approach it. They will give the free credentials, and you can start using. You can see that here. Get Office 365 for your entire school completely free. Okay, so there are very beneficial things you can take. You can take the advantage of this Outlook, Word, PowerPoint, Excel, OneNote. You will get 1 GB, 1 TB space free, just like Google Drive gives you 15 GB. Whereas OneNote this Microsoft account give you 1 TB free space. So entire thing you can put it online. Okay. You can start using, for example, see here in this free version, Microsoft Teams are there, Microsoft Forms are there. I don't know how many of you heard about Microsoft Forms. They are far better than Google Forms. Okay, all these things you can do it freely. So try to go with get started for free and fill those basic details. You will get necessary links and all. Try to consult with your principal or institute head and proceed further, because you may need to provide their official email IDs. Once you provide official email IDs, your account will be created. You can start using it. As a teacher, you can sign up yourself. Okay, fine. You can see that what are all available things are there. This link also I can share it in this chat box so that you can start accessing it. Not just because of this pandemic, you can have for most of the time. Okay. Then once you have this one, Microsoft Teams, there is no time limit. You can have, I think, up to 250 participants, one can have it. So usually no class will be having more than 250. So there is no at all problem. Whatever last semester I have taken my lectures, I have taken completely on Microsoft Teams. Microsoft Teams has mobile version. Students can download it. They are giving some updates where they can work with low network also. Internet connection where is there also it can work. And everyone know it, Microsoft means there is no question about security. It is very best, most secure. Okay. And if at all you don't have Microsoft account or your college is not able to do it anything, what you can do is you can go with another free version which is called Cisco WebEx. This, at least I don't know how many of you know it. Cisco WebEx, which is completely free. The advantage over Zoom is it has a 50 minutes limit. So 50 minutes, even if you give 5 minutes for joining students and so on, 45 minutes you can take lecture without any disturbance, and it has better features. Nowadays, even Zoom is providing poll question is available, and breakout rooms are also available. What is meant by breakout room? Many people, as a teacher, we are not using breakout rooms in proper, or you can say up to that credibility. Breakout rooms are best possible way you can use it for students discussions. Give some topic, use breakout rooms. One can have 50 different breakout rooms. Okay, so suppose you have 50 students, use suppose 25 breakout rooms or 10 breakout rooms, whatever. You can assign students from 1 student to 2, 3, 4, 5, how many students you want. You split into breakout rooms, students, give a problem, give some time, ask them to discuss among themselves, have some interaction, and after 5-10 minutes, you can call them back. They will come back to again. In free version nowadays, I think Zoom is also giving that breakout rooms. Somewhere I have seen it is available in, once you log in, there is a breakout room available in free version also. But earlier, when Zoom was not providing breakout rooms, at that time also Cisco WebEx was providing. Poll questions are available. You can have different types of poll questions, everything. You can record it, many things you can do. So at least you can start using Cisco WebEx if you don't have any free version other than Zoom. Of course, I'm not against anything about Zoom. Only thing is it has some 40 minutes time limit. They might have given at least 50 minutes. Okay. Yes. Then this is about, so video conferencing instead of going in detail about Cisco WebEx, about Zoom, about Google Meet, Microsoft Teams, all these things I have given each and every clear demonstration in my this videos. You can go through it because in just 15-10 minutes it may not be available to you. For example, you can see here how to use Zoom. There I have explained how to use Microsoft Forms, how to generate certificates, how to take online exams through Testmos. Okay. And you can design your website freely. If you watch my video, you can definitely create your website. Here you can see that, for example, I have taken almost 2.5 hours to explain and solve the doubts of different participants about how to use Microsoft Teams and OBS for online teaching, and how to handle this online lectures using Pen Tablet, Journal++, how to use Moodle, different various question and answers. I have given here demo on OBS and so on. Everything, whatever I feel like it is useful for teachers, I have given here. You can go and start using it. If you want, you can watch videos. There comments, you can put some questions if you have doubt. Usually I respond in 1 or 2 days. Okay. Then, madam, how much time I have? I think. Hello. How much time usually
Yes, sir.
I have?
Yes, sir.
How much time I have before discussion or question and answer?
15 minutes discussion is there. So I think till 12:50 you can take the lecture, and then from that you can start the discussion.
Okay. So now what I want to show is, instead of explaining a particular demo, I'll show you how I take my lectures so that you may get some better idea, because most of the time we will be knowing different softwares, but we may not be good at putting all together to take our lectures in better way. Okay. So just for a second or 1 minute, I will show one of my video about online lecture, how I take. For example, here. So you can see here I am discussing with my students, and my students are actually giving response. Okay. And what I am seeing here, you can see that I am starting writing things, and in front of the screen I am here. There is no background, everything is removed, and I have connected this lecture through Microsoft Teams. So my students are connected through Microsoft Teams, and I started using this OneNote. You can see, at least now you can recognize this is OneNote. Okay. And I am using my Pen Tablet, and to use this or record my lectures, I am using OBS. Okay. Using OBS, you can remove the background and you can be put in front of the screen, and it makes more visually, at least visually more interesting. Okay. Then if you have a square background where everything is visible and so on, right? Okay. So how we did this one, I'll explain. This, to remove this background, how many of you know OBS? Can somebody say yes or no in this participants one? So question is, how many of you know OBS? How many of you use OBS in your teaching or recording purpose? Why I ask no, yes or no? Because depending on your yes or no, I can explain whether in detail or just go like that. Huh? That also you people don't respond. That is the problem. Only one person has responded. So maybe less than 10 people might be listening this lecture. Fine. So you, I'm the coordinator of online courses of my university from last 2 or 2.5 years. Okay. So before this pandemic, when we were thinking about recording some good lectures, good quality lectures, we struggled a lot, because recording from external, we require a good lighting. Then yes. So we require a good lighting system, good camera quality, and it takes a lot of space and so on. So we are not able to actually do so much. It is cost also involved. For 1 hour lecture and editing, they used to charge from 5,000, 10,000 rupees like that. But during this pandemic, I came across this OBS, Open Broadcaster Software. Okay, so just let me show that one, why it is so useful and how you can use it. So you just type in OBS, and it is completely free and open source software. Anyone can start using this. Windows, it works in Windows as well as Mac and Linux. All operating systems it supports, and it is the best. If you see most of the YouTubers, whoever famous, they use this OBS to make their videos and all in proper way. Okay, just install it. It works even in Windows 7. Some people may be having problem, but it works well in Windows 8 and 10. Even for Windows 7 also it works. You have to do some work. Okay. What are all you can do with Windows, this OBS? I'll just explain. Let me open this OBS Studio. Yeah. So whatever you are seeing here is something called infinite screen. So usually when you open first time, it something like it look like this one. So you will have some 4 or 5 different toolboxes here and a big screen like black screen. So this black screen is the one where you want to put everything, and once you start your recording lectures, it will be recorded. Okay. So what you have to do is I have enabled here display lecture, display capture. That means whatever you open or you see on your computer, then it will be recorded here. Okay. Then if you want to add a web camera, you can go here and you can start adding video capture. Video capture is meant for recording your webcam. You can put it anywhere. Suppose I'll click on this. Okay, because it is not available, I'll put it OBS because I am using my camera in that Zoom, so it is not available. What I will do is I will put it here. So assume that this is my web camera. I can put it here, and so if I start recording, I will be here. I can put it in anywhere if I want. So this is just like a basic setup. Put your entire screen and put your webcam here, and the moment it is ready, you can start recording. It will be recorded. Okay, and you can share that in YouTube and anywhere. Now the second thing what we usually do is how you can remove this background, or you can call it. For that you just click on filters. Once you have filters, that video you can go through it. Just click on this. You have an option called here chroma key. So once you click on this chroma key, yeah, here, this chroma key, usually what you do is it removes your background of that one. If at all background green color is there, immediately it removes, or any blue color is also there, immediately it removes. Otherwise also we can do it, and that is little trickier. Okay, that you can, that means without having any background, you can remove your background no matter whether you have you are having a green cloth or not. Okay, that usually how I do that. I'll just show you. For that time being, let me stop my video from this Zoom. Okay, now yeah, so I hope you can see, because there I have stopped my Zoom video. I can put it here. Now right now you can see here background, these things are there which I don't want. I am right now working from my office, so there are some things how I can remove my background. If at all green cloth is there, it is easy to remove. Otherwise what I do here is I'll remove this. I take the help of Skype. I think most of you know the use of this Skype. It is completely, you can use it freely. Up to 16 members you can invite for video conferencing, any discussion, unlimited time. Yeah, that also one can note down. You can share the screen, everything you can do using Skype. If your student strength is less than 16, I don't know whether recently they might have increased the number of student strength participants. If you have less than 16 students in your class, the best video conference available is Skype, which is completely free. You can use, there is no time limit. You can share the screen, you can share videos, everything. Okay. So what I usually do is So let me remove this one. So I don't put my video here. Instead of that, what I do is I open my Skype. Yeah, and from this Skype, there is a something called NDI plugin that we can activate. So I'll click on this meet now. So I am not going to invite anyone here. I'll just start my meeting, and you can see background. What I did here is I put some virtual green cloth. So I have inserted my background in Zoom. Also, you can do anywhere you can do. For example, you can see here there is a choose background effect. So if you click on this, then you will be allowed to select some image. So select that image in such a way that it is a green image. Okay. So download some green image from internet and put it your background as green cloth, virtual green cloth, or you can call it just green image. Okay. So that I did it here. Now I'll click on this start meeting. So once I click on start meeting, my Skype meeting has started. Okay. Now I will minimize this. I'll minimize this and I'll come to my OBS. Here I will add, there is an NDI source is available. By default, NDI source won't be available. You can install as a plugin. It is not at all a problem. So you just click on this NDI source. Once you click on this NDI source, I'll write here, suppose say Skype. From Skype I am using. Okay. Here you can select and select here, for example, see Surendra Skype local is available. Because there I have activated NDI, I can click on this and click OK. Okay. Yes. Now that means I have not earlier, I have started my webcam directly on my OBS. Now what I am doing is that instead of directly logging my webcam to OBS, I have gone to Skype. Then I have put my green screen there, virtual green screen. Then I have logged in using NDI. Okay. Now you see that on background, my green cloth is there. Okay. Because our background green is there, using these filters, we can remove the background. What you have to do is just click on this filters, go here and press chroma key and click OK. You can see that the moment I pressed, now green cloth, the moment I pressed chroma key, my background is removed because of green, right? So click close. Now you see that I am in front of the screen. However big I want, I can make it. However small I want, I can make it. And this is the setup usually what I do in my recording. So I have put only these two things. One, this display capture. The other one is Skype. That means I log into my Skype. I will bring my video to this OBS and I remove green whatever background from this OBS using filters. And to record my lecture in proper way, that means to remove audio disturbance and all, fan and all, we can apply here audio filters that you can watch from my video. But this is the basic setup I do. Then I will start pressing my start record. So I will do this start recording. Now it is recording. You can check here. It is recording here. Now you minimize this window. That's all. This is the only OBS setup you have to do it. Now you open your OneNote. And while writing here, you won't be visible right now here. Okay. But you start writing something. Okay. Just quickly write something. Hi. Hi, I am writing on OneNote. Just I say something. Okay. Now we go back quickly and stop the recording. We'll stop this recording. Now whatever the setup we did here, that recording will be automatically saved. So what you see, this 45 seconds video, I'll just play for you. Now you can see that in this video, I am there in front of that screen. Okay. Because of this OBS setup, So this is how I set up my thing and I will prepare my lectures. Okay. Yeah, I can stop my recording sharing. Now, yeah, I think we can put open for questions if you have. At least questions, whether you have anyone having some questions. Huh? Yes or no? No questions. Okay. What is whiteboard? Okay, see, there is a in Microsoft Teams, a whiteboard is provided. Just let me open Teams. I use my Microsoft Teams. So inbuilt, you have, for example, in Zoom also you have something whiteboard in the sense where you can start writing something so that others can see it, right? So you all have nowadays virtual white these things also. This is the how I take my lecture. For example, I'll quickly show you in Microsoft Teams also you have a whiteboard. You can separately download it even if you don't want to use it from Microsoft Teams. You can download whiteboard from Microsoft Play Store. So if you go to Microsoft Store and if you start searching, if you type here whiteboard, you just here. You can type here. Yeah, you can, for example, you can go and download here Microsoft Whiteboard and you can start using it. But as I said, if you start using this OneNote, you don't require any other board to write something. Okay. Yeah, here, for example, this is the Microsoft team, which I usually take lectures. Here also they have breakout rooms. You can share this screen and so on. Once you click on this, share the screen, this is the option called share the screen, share the content. What you will see here is this Zoom controls make so much annoying. Okay. So what you will see here is a lot of things. Of course, you can, if you want to include computer sound, you can select this and different desktops, whatever I have opened it, they are all available. You can share, for example, this OneNote, I can share it, or you also here Microsoft Whiteboard. Okay. So if you just click on this Microsoft Whiteboard, then it opens this. So that it is it's taking little time, then you can start writing here. Students can also, yeah, it open. You can see here what is not present whiteboard, you can only edit. Collaborate on whiteboard, everyone can edit. So suppose if you say collaborate on whiteboard, if you click on this, then if my students are there, if they want to write it something, then they, and if you observe here, this is somehow little bit similarity to Microsoft OneNote. Okay, less features are there. Just like you will have different pens, some text, sticky notes. You will have, you can put it some sticky notes. Okay, a minimalistic whiteboard is available in Microsoft Team itself, or you can download separately. Okay, so if you want to put it, remind me to explain that email, whatever. Okay, that. I can put it here anytime so that even if I forget, it is just like note. And if you want, you can put it some text here and you can write it. Okay, right? So it is a minimalistic whiteboard. You can start using in place of that. If you want more in detail, I want to save it something, just use OneNote. I usually prefer OneNote. I don't use this whiteboard inbuilt whiteboard because it has limitations. So if you don't want, you use it separately. Here itself we can start and you can annotate. You can start annotating anything you want. Okay, fine. So almost all I have shown what usually I take my lectures, and we don't require anything else better than this, right? Any questions? Whether anyone attended my earlier lectures, because of Maharashtra, I expect at least few people might have attended. But only thing I expect is participants should be interactive. See, you are attending, trying to learn something. If you are interactive, you will learn many things. Okay. If you put your mic or video off, then usually our mind go to different thing. We start watching WhatsApp or some other things. Huh? When many people are putting efforts, try to spend your valuable time also, so that you definitely will learn. I am the best example. I have learned lot of things during this COVID, and I thought I will teach, so I usually learn. Whenever you want to learn something, you decide I will teach, at least teach to your students so that you will prepare something. Time is given for me up to 1:10. So still we have 10 minutes time. You want to ask me something, I will show it. Huh? Nearby Sudhir attended 6 to 8 workshop. Okay, thank you. Yes, you have one question, please, you can ask. Either you can unmute yourself and ask. You can talk, they can allow whoever having. Somebody asked how you shared yes or no button. Usually it is available in on your main screen. There is an option called this participant security, participants chat, and so on. Okay. Sir, sometime you can allow participants to unmute themselves. Somebody is saying reactions. I don't know whether it is, yeah, it may be, but reactions may be different. I think this reactions is a little different. Okay, but if you click on these participants, then below that participants, just take this screenshot and I will share here.
Password. I can link.
Yeah, so can you see this screen now? So what I did is the participants I have clicked. Once I click the participants, there you can see that there are 35 participants available. It shows. If you come down there below, you will see there is an S button, no, go slower, go faster, and so on. It is available here. Okay, if you just click this, then on your name it will be recorded. It will be increased to 3, 4, whatever. No, if somebody is going, because I have seen somebody said go faster, so maybe I was going little slow beginning, so you can say go faster, don't waste time. You can say go slow. Many more things are there. Usually that will be under once you click on participants, it will be there. Okay.
So I have a question, sir.
Yes.
Now they muted us.
Yes.
Ask you.
Yes.
Sir, this is related with the Zoom app which we are using. Basically, I am using the one which has been given by us by the college. So I keep on creating links for all the staff members. But the problem is that I cannot make them alternative host. Like I have to host the meeting, then make them co-host, and then leave the meet. So
Yeah.
what can be done over there?
That is because the account whatever your institution has purchased. So there is a
Yes.
option called one host and two
Okay.
hosts, 9 hosts like that. So for a
Okay.
more than one host, usually one has to pay more amount. So usually
Okay.
colleges or anyone go with one host, remaining all will be co-host only.
Okay, sir. Thank you so much. You know, I was so much confused. Like for me, your YouTube videos are like a dictionary. I kept on searching everywhere that you would have done a video on that, but I couldn't find out over there. Anyway, sir, thank you
I
so
have
much. Thank you
prepared
so
a
much,
Zoom
sir.
very at the, I think in April, month of April I have prepared. After that, I think almost it is many things have been changed. Once I get time, maybe in again April or May, I will prepare about all updated features of Zoom, Google
Yes,
Meet,
sir. Please do that because you know, people
WebEx.
don't go on to YouTube for anybody else. But when it is Surendra Reddy, you know, I keep on making everything what you are doing it. Wonderful.
Thank you.
The good
Yes,
work.
thank you. There is one question asked because we are using, okay, that is what you said, yes. Okay, so that question is already answered. You have any other questions? At least try to ask questions so that you will start thinking. Huh? We have 7 more minutes time.
Sir, I have one question about OBS software.
Yes, yes.
Hello,
I use OBS software
Hello,
to
sir.
join 2 lectures, 2 video lectures.
Hmm.
And many times the file size which I download from
Yeah.
OBS, which I convert that video from OBS,
Hmm.
the file size is more than 1 GB.
Okay.
So how to compress that file, that video file, so
Yeah.
that
So
I
yes, yeah, I
share it,
understood. So whenever we want to reduce the size of a file which is recorded in any using any software, the best and free and open source software is this Handbrake. So one can download this Handbrake, which is again free and open source. So there is no problem at all. You can download this Handbrake software. You can see this is the software called Handbrake. I can share it here also with people. This is the software which one should know it, and it is very easy. You just put your video, 1 GB space will be reduced to around 400 and 300 MB. Even you can reduce little bit less also. Okay. Only
Sir,
thing is it works.
please tell which file type I should select in
You can
Handbrake.
select MKV, MP4, almost all it supports. You just upload your file. Then only thing is this Handbrake works in 64-bit version, no matter it is Windows 7, 8 or 10. Okay.
No, for 32-bit, the .NET Framework 4.2 can be installed, and we can use Handbrake.
Oh, okay. So this is the website link for Handbrake, and
Thank
you can also the other one is, see, if you have 2-3 videos,
Sir.
you want to merge it, then the best free
Ready, sir.
software is just a second. Is
Hello. Ready, sir.
yes.
Hello.
Yes.
Sir, I'm Dr. Chandrasekhar Kanse. Sir, I have a question. Sir, when using OBS,
Sir, your voice is not
Hello, sir.
properly audible. There is a break. Can you type your question? If because we can't hear you.
Sir, are you hearing my voice?
Yes, we are
Yes,
able to hear.
sir.
Lekin,
When using OBS,
yes.
when using OBS, how to play our PPT in OBS, how to use PPT through OBS, and same time how to show ourselves in that OBS system.
Yeah, see, OBS is like basically recording one. You put many things in your screen, more than 2-3. Then all those things will be.
Please explain. Please, sir, please explain. Please explain and just demo it, please, sir.
Okay. See, you just open OBS. Okay, and initially whoever want to. I am opening. Don't worry. Yeah. So what you do is you put your display capture. Okay.
Yes, sir. Please.
Then you put your video. Okay.
Yes.
After that,
Yes. Display capture.
you no need to see anything from here. you minimize it.
Yeah.
Okay, you minimize it and you open your PPT.
Yeah.
For example, let me open my PPT. Okay, this PPT. What you have to do is you can start recording and minimize it. Okay, now I will open my PPT and I will put it in full screen mode.
Yes.
Now whatever I start explaining things,
Yes.
it will be recording. Okay.
Yes.
Only thing is you won't be visible right now in front of you. जो आपका सामने देखेगा वो आप नहीं रहते, लेकिन फाइनल आउटपुट में आप रहते. ओके, दैट इज द ओनली डिफरेंस.
हाँ.
तो आप कुछ नहीं देखते उधर, लेकिन फाइनल आउटपुट में जैसा अभी इफ वी स्टॉप रिकॉर्डिंग, देन whatever you have recorded, because here I have not put that camera on, right? So whatever you recorded, now you go that and you see that your PPT is going on smoothly. So your PPT will be there and your video will be there. Okay.
Where we can see, sir, PPT? Where?
Yeah. See, for example, this I have did it, right? Only thing is I have not put my video here, right? Otherwise, usually my video will come here. So this is the PPT only I have opened. If you use display capture, then it may be a PPT or it may be a web browser, it may be a PDF file. You don't need to worry. It will capture your screen. Okay. Right?
Sir, please,
here,
please, sir. Sir.
Yes.
Sir.
Yes,
please,
yes.
Please, I do not understand. I opened the PPT. At same time, I just started OBS system.
Yeah.
I started OBS system, but not yet coming the result. Not yet coming the result.
Now whether you have added your video there?
Yeah.
Whether you have added your video?
I have added my video. I am showing in that OBS. I myself showing that.
It should be something like this, right?
Yeah, right, sir. Right.
Yeah. Now you just click on start recording. Then you minimize it. You open it.
Start recording.
Yeah. Yes. Then, for example, I quickly go through it. Okay, whatever it is there. Just for a second. Now I'll minimize this PPT. You have to open your PPT.
Yeah.
Okay, it won't be visible here. Then you put stop recording. Right? Now and you just go to your videos section.
Hello, sir.
Yes. 1 second.
I open now PPT. I have opened.
You can see in front of you only. I shared my screen, right? Now.
Yes.
Just a second. Where is this? I have recorded this one. Now you can see that I am here, and I opened my PPT.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I made it full screen. You see that I can make this position this side. Okay. So this is how you can record your PPT. It is not at all a difficult one. You don't need to worry something like separately how to record PPT. Anything you open on your screen, you can record it. Okay. Fine. Yeah. So there is one small thing which I would like to tell and conclude my session, which is that many times you want to join 2-3 videos, or you want to cut something in between where you stuck. Suppose you are taking online lecture, you have stuck for 1 or 2 minutes. In Windows itself, there is a completely free software called SimplyType Editor, video editor. So if you go to video editor, then you can see sometime I edit if at all anything problem is there. You can add any videos here. Okay. You can add n number of videos. You can merge them. You can put how many videos you want, and you can add titles, or you can crop the things, whichever. This I don't explain much, but it is one of the best software available. Not many people will start using it. Everybody worry about some paid software or some other software. what one can start using it is this Windows 10 video editor. It is more than sufficient. You can beautifully edit your videos. You can crop videos. You can merge videos. In between, you can put screens, text, background music. You can add everything. You can do it, and it is completely free. You can start using that video editor. It is already available in Windows 10. If Windows 7 it is not there, you can download it. Okay. Yeah, I think I am.
Sir, can we edit any part of the video
Yes.
in that video editor?
Yes, any part of video. See, suppose just assume that you have one video.
Yes.
From 5 minutes to 7 minutes, you have to remove. So what you do is you put that video and crop that much part.
Yes,
Okay?
sir. Yes.
Then you
Yes.
join remaining video.
Okay. Okay. Yes.
Anything you can do it using that one.
Can I download it for Windows 7?
Most probably it will be there in Windows 7. You go to Microsoft Video Editor. You just search in Google Microsoft Video Editor. It will be available. Yes, sir. I think at least happy that some 2-3 people have asked something, right? remaining people, I don't know whether they have understood everything or they have not understood anything. Huh? I think we can stop now.
Sir,
Hmm.
stop.
I'll give my email ID and my YouTube address that I forgot. Okay, you can just subscribe. If you want to get some videos, you can subscribe it.
Share your YouTube channel, sir.
Yes, yes.
Sure.
So you can follow my YouTube channel so that you will get all things. Especially if it is something like teaching, there won't be any even advertisements. If it is anything other than my teaching profession, then there will be some advertisements. For all my lectures, mathematics lectures, there won't be any advertisement. You can watch without any break. Word file, is it possible to share Word file?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Because I would like to give you all ready-made links. For example, this is the one. You can see all my lectures, YouTube links are available here. Even some presentation PDF files are available. Journal plus links are available. Yes, yes.
You can mail me, then I will mail to all the participants.
Okay, no problem. Okay.
You can mail the Ingole sir or Sharma madam.
Oh.
Then we will mail to all the other participants all your link and your PPT also.
Okay.
And
So, yes, sir. You can stop now. Right now here. Yeah.
yes, sir. Okay, sir.
I'll share with them.
Thank you, sir.
Yes. Yes.
सर कुछ
Yes, sir. Yes. Yes.
कुछ दिनों पहले नांदेड़ यूनिवर्सिटी में जो एफडीपी कोर्स हुआ था वो
हाँ.
हमने अटेंड किया था सर और
Okay.
आपका लेक्चर सुन के हमने रश्मि शर्मा मैडम को रिकमेंडेड किया कि सर के लेक्चर से ही इस एफडीपी की शुरुआत करेंगे.
Yeah. She told me. She called and she said that.
तो सर आपने आज बहुत ही अच्छी तरीके से माइक्रोसॉफ्ट टीम, माइक्रोसॉफ्ट व्हाइट बोर्ड, जूम, वेबएक्स, ऑल दिस कंटेंट को बहुत ही अच्छी तरीके से आपने पढ़ाया, मगर टाइम की वजह से यहाँ ज़्यादा डिस्क्रिप्शन नहीं कर सकते, इसलिए
Yes.
मैं सभी पार्टिसिपेंट को रिक्वेस्ट करता हूँ कि सर का जो यूट्यूब चैनल है डॉक्टर बी सुरेंद्रनाथ रेड्डी, इस चैनल को सब्सक्राइब करो और ये जो ज्ञान भंडार है आपका ये आप सब में बांटो और अपने स्टूडेंट को ही वो दो और जिससे कि ये जो नॉलेज की प्रोसेस है ये बढ़ती जाए, ऐसा मुझे लगता है. और सर आपने जो ग्रेटफुल लेक्चर दिया इसलिए मैं HRDC पुणे यूनिवर्सिटी और नाहटा कॉलेज भुसावल की वजह से आपका आभार व्यक्त करता हूँ और भविष्य में अगले जो कोर्सेस हो गए वो कोर्स के लिए आप हमें हेल्प करेंगे ऐसी इच्छा व्यक्त करता हूँ.
जरूर.
यहाँ रुकता हूँ. थैंक यू वेरी मच. और
Thank you, sir.
वेलकम.
One of our colleague faculty is there.
हाँ सर.
Hello, sir.
हाँ सर,
Our, I think next speaker is
computer departments.
yes, yes, yes.
This is my brother friends.
Okay. Oh,
Yes.
right.
ठीक है sir, thank you and
Okay.
participants. Then lunch break and 2 p.m. will start next session. Pune University Gode sir, and then last session Nanded University sir. So thank you very much sir.
Hello.